Good sunny afternoon, everyone. I hope everyone is having a good day and a good week so far. We continue to say this might be the last outdoor press conference, and then the weather continues to cooperate. So it's great to be out here with so many of our friends from Public Works Department that we'll get to in a moment. And thanks to everybody. Thanks to the big crowd of colleagues, of friends from Jefferson County Public Schools, from community members all around for coming to our regular update to hear about some of the work that we're doing to make Louisville a safer, stronger, and healthier city. There is so much great work that's happening all across our city right now. We have so much great momentum. Earlier this week, Norton Hospital in West Louisville opened up the first hospital in West Louisville in over 150 years. Just had another new business expand this morning in Northeast Louisville at Cerity Partners University. This Friday, Stellar Snacks is opening up its new manufacturing facility in West Louisville, creating over 100 new jobs there. That's great news for West Louisville. It's great news for our entire city, and the investments just continue, whether it's new job creation, whether it's new parks like the playground that we just unveiled yesterday at Berrytown, and others. Plus, we've got a great week that's going to happen with events this week. Festival of Faiths is beginning, which is you're going to hear more about that in a moment. So you can just feel the momentum happening in every corner of our city, inside the Watterson and outside the Watterson, and every corner in between. I am so excited about the new direction that our city is heading in and the future. We're creating new jobs, new parks, new public safety initiatives, new homes, and new programs, all of which are happening right now. And at the same time as we're working on all these new initiatives, everyone, all of my colleagues at Louisville Metro Government, are also focused on the basic services that every household is looking for its city government to provide. Services that our residents rely on every day. And that's what we're here to highlight today. Because our people, our businesses, our schools, all need our streets to be clear and safe in every kind of weather. On beautiful days like today, and on snowy, freezing days that we are likely to get as it comes. I know it's still warm out and fall has been beautiful, but we are ready, and our snow team is ready. They're here with us today because we know that winter weather is just around the corner. The Louisville Snow Team is a partnership of dedicated public servants that are with us here today from many different departments, from Metro Parks, Metro Codes and Regulations, our Fleet and Facility Department, and also all working under the leadership of Metro Public Works and its director, Jennifer Commissar-Kern, who you're going to hear from in a moment. My colleagues on the snow team are on call 24/7 and ready to mobilize at a moment's notice in response to winter weather. Last winter, our snow team responded to a total of 5 significant snow and weather events. This included a major storm where we had icy conditions and sub-zero temperatures for several days in a row. People on the snow team are ready to work around the clock to keep Louisville safe. And I want to thank each one of you and all of your colleagues for your dedication that you all have committed to keeping our city safe. Here are some numbers. Last winter, our snow team used about 12,000 tons of salt on over 2,700 two-lane miles of our snow routes throughout the city. And this year, we're stacked and ready to go. We used 12,000 tons of salt last year. This year, we have 38,000 tons of salt ready to go. Most of that salt is stored underground in the Louisville Mega Cavern, and the rest is divided in 4 above-ground locations across the city. We've got 7,000 tons of salt in the storage dome that's just behind us. And plus, when it's needed, our snow team will also continue to pre-treat roads with brine ahead of any snowfalls. Brine is a saltwater solution that makes it harder for snow and ice to stick to the pavement, and it also reduces the slick spots that can cause accidents. So you're going to hear from a few other people that are involved with our snow team. And today, because we've got some great guests from JCPS, I'm going to ask them to help me introduce the next people who are speaking. So first, let me introduce Lila from Watterson Elementary to introduce our next speaker. Lila?
Mrs. Kern, Public School Director.
Great job, Lila.
Hey, good morning. Thank you, Mayor, and thank you to the administration for your support, not only of snow fighting operations, but for your year-round support of everything our department does. I also want to reiterate my appreciation for our Metro partners who make up our Metro Snow Team: Public Works, Metro Parks, Codes and Regulations, Vacant Lots, and Fleet Services, and our external partner agencies, Kentucky Transportation Cabinet, District 5, and the National Weather Service, Louisville office. It's the commitment and collaboration of these groups working together that ensure our city's roadways are kept in safe driving condition during the winter months. As we do every year to prepare for the season, our team has spent part of October in the classroom studying their routes, operational, and safety procedures, and they are conducting mock runs on our snow routes as we speak. We do this to ensure that the most seasoned to the newest team member are well trained and equipped to ensure that the 2,700 miles of roadway that make up our Metro snow routes are kept in safe driving condition for the public. When our snow team is deployed during significant wintry weather event, we have an upwards of 160 pieces of snow fighting equipment, including payloaders, large trucks, snow plows, utility trucks, and other heavy equipment. And though the equipment is essential to get the job done, the most important asset is our people. Upwards of 200 team members from dispatchers, mechanics, truck drivers, heavy equipment operators, administrative personnel, IT, and GIS professionals all come together working around the clock with one goal: to ensure the public is safe and our roads are safe for travel. Before I conclude, I also want to give a big thank you to our safety and equipment training team for their dedication to ensure our snow fighters are prepared and safely get through the winter season. And last but certainly not least, a huge thank you to our Roads and Operations Assistant Director, Mike Nolan, and Roads and Operations Administrator, Barry Clyde, for their operational leadership and amazing and tireless work behind the scenes. That's what the snow team does and how it prepares. Now here's what you as a driver can do to help during snow and icy conditions. Slow down, don't rush. Approach roads with caution as they may be icy or slippery. Plan ahead, give yourself ample time by at least doubling the time it usually takes to get to your destination in normal weather. And look out for snow plows and give our snow team room to work. Snow plows are big and bulky. They can't move very fast, and sudden maneuvers around them create additional hazards. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Director Kern, for your leadership and for your work along with your colleagues every day. Whether it's the snow team or other issues, Public Works is working to keep our streets safe for everyone. Of course, it takes more than just equipment to make all of this happen. It takes a dedicated team with a variety of skills and tools. That includes our geographic information system professionals that are making sure all of our mapping and communications and digital infrastructure is in good shape. We appreciate all of them. We appreciate our mechanics that keep this equipment running, our heavy equipment operators, our administrative specialists who work with dispatchers during snow events, and our communications team who keeps the public informed during these events as well. So to everyone who has a role in keeping our streets safe, thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate everything that you do. Everyone can follow along with what's going on with the snow team on social media at Louisville Public Works or also at louisvilleky.gov. We also have another partner in all of this, particularly on our state roads here across the city, and that's a partnership with the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet. So here to introduce our next speaker is Emma. Oh, Emma's right next to me. Emma from Fairdale is going to introduce our next speaker. Take it away, Emma.
Mr. Bullock, Kentucky Transportation Cabinet.
Great job. Hey, Matt.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Good afternoon. As we all know, it's snow and ice season. Our season typically starts November 1st, even though we have weather like we have today and in 70s and even 80 recently. But the KYTC crews are ready to respond to winter weather to keep Kentuckians safe on the roadways. A great deal of preparation goes into us getting ready for those winter weather events. Our snow fighters have finished all their training, calibrating equipment, and maintenance of the equipment to make sure they're in tip-top shape. Of course, we've stocked up on our necessary materials that we need. Last several winters have been relatively light, so we haven't used as much salt as we have in some of those heavy winter years, so we are stocked up on all those necessary road materials. We're responsible in District 5 for about 3,500 single-lane miles of roadway over our 8 counties. Nearly 600 of those miles, though, is in Jefferson County alone. We're committed to keep those roads safe and clear, and safety is at the forefront of everything that we do, especially during winter weather events. So we have about 172 trucks that we use across all of our 8 counties. 72 of those are dedicated just to Jefferson County. Our mission is to keep traffic moving safely, prioritizing mobility along the state-maintained and priority routes. So what we do is we have a priority system, as we've talked about before. There's the interstates and parkways. Of course, we don't have any parkways of the interstate type in our area, but those priorities are the interstate system, and then we go down to what we call A, Bs, and Cs. Cs are the routes that are the lower volume, more farm-to-market style roads. Those are the last things that we go because our priorities are the higher volume roads like the interstates and your Hurstburn Parkways, your Taylor Boulevards, roads of the higher nature volume. We also stay in close contact with Mr. John Gordon back here at the National Weather Service for up-to-date forecast on how things may come in. That's the how we decide on when we're going to bring our crews out, is talking with the National Weather Service and local meteorologists to see what is the most efficient way that we can tackle these things. So you may be interested to know that when our crews get called out and get started on the roads, it takes about an hour to an hour and a half for them to make a full pass of the routes. And of course that is dependent on what the weather is doing, the intensity of the snowfall, whether there's ice out there, the time of day, what kind of traffic is involved on those roads, but an hour to hour and a half under normal conditions. Our snow fighters are dedicated to keeping roadways clear and safe. If you're driving during a snow event, as Director Kern already mentioned, please give our equipment space that they need. They're going to be going slower than normal speed limits, as they're required to do for safety and for proper placing of those materials. Give them space and let them do their job because they are working for you. And to keep up to what we're doing and what we've hit and where we still need to go, snow and ice updates, please visit snowky.ky.gov. Thank you.
Thanks, Matt. Well, behind my colleagues on the snow team are some amazing snow plows. And part of the reason they're so amazing is because my friends here from JCPS painted festive designs on 3 of the Metro Louisville snow plows. They're going to be featured in the Light Up Louisville Lots of Lights Parade on December 7th. Again, Light Up Louisville this year is going to be on December 7th, the weekend after Thanksgiving. We're very excited about that. We'll have a lot more to say, but you're going to be able to see these snow plows and a lot more there, hopefully before they're needed on the streets. I want to thank our arts teachers, Lisa Schooling, Grant Bridges, and Carrie Lardner from Foster, Fairdale, and Watterson Elementary Schools that are here with us today, along with all of our friends from those 3 schools as well at Foster, Fairdale, and Watterson that are here with us today. So to introduce our next speaker, you're going to hear from one of those students, McKinley, who from Watterson Elementary, that's going to introduce our next speaker. McKinley?
And next up is Miss McCallahan.
Thank you so much. Can we get another really big round of applause for these amazing Watterson, Foster, and Fairdale elementary kiddos? You guys did a great job. I'm Carolyn Callahan. I'm the Chief of Communications for JCPS, and there is nothing better than getting to spend some time with our amazing students. We have to thank Louisville Metro for always including and supporting our students. We are so thankful for the community who wraps their arms around our students and helps them succeed. With an opportunity like this, these are things that these students will always remember. This is something that takes them out of the classroom, gives them life experiences, and will give them something to talk about for a while. How much fun was it to decorate these snowplows? Very fun. We got some thumbs up, too. Well, at Jefferson County Public Schools, we have 96,500 students and more than 17,000 employees. So you bet as soon as they start hearing there might be some snow, they start calling and emailing and putting on the news and checking their social media to see if there has been a snow day called. I used to love doing that when I was a kid, too. Do you like snow days? Yes, they do. We love that. Well, we are in snow prep mode right now at JCPS. What does that mean for us? Well, we are converting our trucks to plows because we are almost out of the mulch and leaf season. So we have 18 that are ready to go right now if we needed them. We also have 1,200 tons of salt that is ready to go for us. And we have 10 new big dump trucks that are equipped and ready to spread that salt if we need it. Our plant operators at every JCPS school, all 155 plus of them, are equipped with the tools and support they need at their schools to make sure that their entries and their stairways and their exits are all safe if we were to get some icy or snowy weather. And as always, we will make our decision on if there is or is not school by 5 a.m. the day of. Parents, this is a really good time for you to make sure that your school has your right phone number and your email address, because that's how we're going to communicate with you. We also ask that you follow us on our social media channels, JCPSKY, because we're going to put all of those updates on there as well. We have a snow team that goes out starting around midnight when there's severe weather, and they drive the roads, and they report back every 30 minutes or so to our operations team to let them know what the roads are looking like and what they think the situation would look like in the morning. And then at 4 a.m., we get together if we haven't been able to make the decision the night before, and we have a meeting and we decide what is best and what will be safest for our students, their families, and our staff. So, while I am not a snow lover, I am a fierce advocate and supporter of all of our kiddos, and so I can't wait to see these snow plows out on the roads this winter. I know that they will give us all a smile when we drive by them. So thank you all so much, and kids, amazing job.
Thank you so much, Carolyn. And finally, before we leave the topic of snow preparation and our snow team, we're going to talk about the weather. To introduce our final speaker is Giovanni from Fairdale. Giovanni?
John Gordon from National Weather.
Great job.
Hey, what a deal.
Great job.
Thanks, Mr. Mayor. Giovanni, you got my next agent here when I speak. So, how about this? On a beautiful day, we got a winter weather event with the mayor. 55 degrees and sunny. Remember, 1 year ago, Mr. Mayor, I said it's going to be a warm winter, about 4 or 5 inches. We got 4.6 inches of snow in Louisville last year. If you go back the last couple of years, we had 5.9 the year before, 9.5. And then there's 2021, where we had 17.6 inches. So what's the scoop? We got a light La Nina pattern. What does that mean? That means it's going to get cold in mid to late December to early January. That's the prime time for that. What's that called? What's that S word? Oh, snow. It's going to be snow. Could have a little snow there. But it looks like below normal. Gets warm in mid to late January and warm in February. So our average is 13.4 inches, so I expect it to be a below normal year. How about that, sport fans? She doesn't like snow over here. Paley Peaks is not happy with that. But anyway, that's the scoop this year, all right? So be safe. I want to thank these drivers, because when you call in, they give us their temperature of the vehicle and the road. Also, not far from here is UPS. Every time one of those planes take off or land, we get that data from the plane, instantaneous temperature and pressure and humidity, and that allows us to do a better job for all of you. Thank you very much.
Well, you heard it there first. Below average, but my guess is we still need these at least once. If not, we'll drive them around just so everyone can see the kids' great work that they've done around the entire city. So one other item related to severe weather any time of year, but going to mention it now while we're talking about the snow, and that is we have a fantastic system at Louisville Metro Government called Lens Alert. And that is a way for everyone across our entire city that they can stay in tune with the latest developments, whether it's severe weather or other emergencies of impacting you and in your neighborhood. Weather updates, travel advisories, and other safety information. So please, if you are not already a member of Lens Alert, it is free. All you have to do is text Lens Alert, that's Lens Alert, Lensalert, to 67283 to sign up. We have over 40,000 residents from across the city that are staying informed about the latest weather and other emergency information by Lens Alert. We'd love to have everyone have access to this information. So I please ask my friends in the media to please make sure that folks know about Lens Alert and texting Lens Alert to 67283. So with that, we're gonna dismiss you guys. We're gonna talk about a couple of other issues, but don't leave because we're gonna take some fun pictures with the snow plows. But we're gonna talk about a couple of other exciting things happening around the city, and then we'll take some great pictures. And the entire media and parents and everybody else here is invited to take some picture with the kids in the dump truck following the conclusion of our announcements and question and answer session at the press conference. Let's give it up for our friends from JCPS and the snow team. And before we get to our final topic, we have another announcement related to public safety that I wanted to update the media on as well. Last week, we mentioned that LMPD has already made an arrest for copper wire theft following the creation of our copper wire theft task force. And we continue to receive crime tips from the public on this. And I'm excited to announce today that following that announcement, the reward money is actually going to increase for tips that lead to the arrest of individuals that are involved with copper theft around the community. Charter Communications and Spectrum have committed an additional $10,000 to our reward fund. So that brings the total to $25,000 available for anyone whose tip leads to a prosecution for copper wire theft in Louisville. I want to thank AT&T, the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet, and again, Charter Communications and Spectrum for now providing $25,000 tips that lead to the arrest of individuals who are engaged in copper theft around our community. So for our final announcement today, we have a great announcement that's happening this week, not out in the future in terms of the snow that we've been talking about, but one more great announcement. Perfect. You guys, right on time. Great. And that is the Festival of Faiths. This is the 28th year of this festival. The Festival of Faith brings people of different faiths together to talk about how to heal, how to strengthen ourselves, how to strengthen and improve our communities, and how to do what my faith tradition has taught me, tikkun olam, repair the world. The 28th Festival of Faiths starts tomorrow and goes through Saturday at the Kentucky Center. For over 20 years, Rachel and I have been attending the Festival of Faiths, and it has enriched us, it has strengthened us, it has educated us, it has inspired us, it has healed us, it has made us better and healthier people by attending. The Festival of Faiths is hosted by the Center for Interfaith Relations, which was founded by Christy Brown, who's here with us today. And among the festival sponsors this year are the Owsley Brown II Family Foundation and the Owsley Brown III Philanthropic Foundation. Rachel and I are excited once again to attend the Festival of Faiths this year, and I know Rachel is particularly excited and honored tomorrow night to be able to make some welcoming remarks at the beginning of the 28th Festival of Faiths. So to tell us a little bit more about this year's Festival of Faiths, I'd like to welcome Christy Brown and Owsley Brown.
Thank you. Thank you, Mayor Greenberg. And hello to one and all. It's a great honor to be able to speak about the Festival of Faiths and to be able to be here with the Snow Patrol and everybody looking after our city's highways and byways. And I was thinking as we were just listening that in many ways the Festival of Faiths is trying to do its part to help us navigate a different kind of highways and byways and to be prepared when the unexpected storm might come in, and to find a way to respond in a very deep and sincere and real way with what often get referred to as the sort of spiritual aspects of life, some of these deeper aspects that actually unify all of us. We know that there are golden rules that flow through the world's religion that are common to all faith traditions. And that's really been at the heart of what we've tried to explore at the Festival of Faith, is commonality. And what is it that we all share, and what is it that we can all rally around? We have a motto which is many faiths, one heart, common action, which is our kind of guiding motto for the Center for Interfaith Relations, which puts on the Festival of Faith every year. And I think a lot about that motto. It guides us, it helps us, and this idea that each of us has a heart. Each of us has a heart. And when you go to see the doctor, they don't care, what you look like or what your political beliefs are or anything. They just know that you've got one common heart. And that doctor can look after that one common heart. And we want to teach and promote and do all that we can to help us realize that we can, when we connect with that common heart, we connect not only with ourselves, but we connect with each other in a much deeper way. And I can think of no better medicine in this day and age, in this time of great division, to bring us together and help us find mutuality in our own human experience. So that's what we're up to at the Festival of Faith. This year we have a really exciting theme of imagination. How can we activate our own imagination to dream up the kind of world that we all hope to live in, a world that can bring us together, a world that we want our children to grow up in, a world that we want our families to be proud to be a part of. And I think we should all feel a great sense of pride that this festival is happening right here in our beloved Louisville. It's unique in the world. People do come in from all over the world to attend this festival. It streams live and then it's posted up to YouTube after the fact. And we've had over 4 million visitors visit our videos, and so many countless of thousands come to our festival here in town. So if you're free this weekend, starting tomorrow night at the Cathedral of the Assumption, I believe it's around 5 o'clock. Does anybody want to? I think it's 5 o'clock. It's on our website, 5 o'clock. 5:30 is our opening service, which is a beautiful interfaith gathering at the Cathedral of the Assumption right in downtown Louisville. And then following on, and Thursday, Friday, and Saturday will be at the Center for the Arts. And you can find all of our details at the festivaloffaith.org website. So thanks so much for your time and attention. Mom, this is my mother, my lucky me, my beloved mother, who got this all going a long time ago. Would you like to say something, Mom? Yeah, okay. Here's my mom, Christy Brown.
Hi. Oh, you all are so cute to still be standing there. It's great. It's a good thing it's not snowing, even though those snow plows are extraordinary. Yeah. And obviously it's the most beautiful example of this community, which is the caring and the love that the mayor and his administration represents by bringing together the youth of our community to partner with you wonderful people who are the Public Works Department. To me, that is a truly perfect new vision of health, which is something that we all care passionately about, which is why the festival is so important, because we each do have this need to call upon our spiritual selves. You'll remember hearing about Thomas Merton, who came to Kentucky blessedly years and years ago, but he taught us those beautiful words that we should be looking at each other and acknowledging that each of us is walking around shining like the sun. And that is what was happening here, not just the magnificent sun itself, but these magnificent children and their sharing of their creative selves with us. So come, bring your son, your daughter, and your grandchildren to the Festival of Faith. We'll be there to receive you with love and open arms. Thank you.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye. Thank you.
Thanks. Thank you, Christy and Owsley, and again, inviting the community to join for the Festival of Faith and to really enrich and strengthen your spiritual health. And then if you want to take a break from that, this weekend is our final in the 4 new race series, Mayorthon. This Saturday morning is going to be Race the Runway, where everyone is going to have the opportunity to run or walk at Bowman Field on the airfield itself. So again, as you're healing yourself spiritually, if you also want to get out there and participate in some great physical activity on what we hope to be a beautiful Saturday morning. Please join me this Saturday for the final race in the Mayorthon series, Race the Runway. You can find more about that online as well. There's a lot going on across Metro government, all across the city, whether it's preparing for the snow, supporting festivals like you just heard of, or other events. And I'm so excited about the rest of the week and the coming weeks.